Hello, and welcome to a Mordheim battle report. This time we are playing the Lost Prince scenario from the Chaos of the Streets. It's Witch Hunters versus Norse Explorers, and it's a regular 500 gold game. So this is the city layout for this game. The special rules for the Lost Prince scenario are place the Lost Prince model in the center of the board. He will then wander a d6 in a random direction until someone rescues him. He will move before the starting player each turn. So you rescue him when a warband member moves into contact with him, but not by charging. He will then follow that model, and you have to escort him off the table. You can of course attack him to deny, but then no one will get the extra reward if that matters after the game. His stats are a young blood from mercenary warband with a sword and dagger. So this is the deployment. I forgot to take pictures on the other side, so I have to explain the deployment in the same pictures. So on my side I played Norse Raiders. I have a berserker with double axes, 2 hunters with bow and axe, and then I have a jarl with a sword and shield, and 2 marauders with spear and shield, and behind them I have 2 bondsmen with flail. On my opponent's side, he's playing the Witch Hunters. From right to left he has, I believe, a Witch Hunter with double clubs and bow, and then he has a Zealot with 2 clubs, and then he has his Witch Hunter captain with a sword and pistol and also helmet. Then you can see one of them, but he has some models behind the house also. 2 Witch Hunters and 1 Zealot. The Zealot is equipped with double clubs, and the Witch Hunters are equipped, one of them are equipped with 2 clubs and bow, and the other one is equipped with brace of pistols. On the left side he has 2 warhounds and another Zealot with double club, and also a flagnant with great weapon. On my left side I have my Ulf Verenar and also 2 wolves. Oh, you can also see where the Lost Prince are, in the middle of the table. But this is my flanking force. I will try to push them up as far as I can, and later in the game attack from behind or the side. That's the plan, at least. So Norse gets the first turn, and I move up, as you can see, pushing my main bulk into the choke point between the 4 houses in the middle of the board. Also, I'm planning on... Why do I have these arrows here? Well, also I'm planning to move my berserker on the right side. Maybe he will do something good later in the game. So I forgot to take a picture how I moved on the left side, but basically I pushed my dogs as far as I could, but still put them in cover on the big terrain piece to the left, and my Ulf Verenar did kinda the same thing, but I moved him such so if I need him more in the middle, I can scoot him over pretty quickly. Also, you can see in the middle that Trade Prince apparently wants nothing to do with the Norse and decide to move some inches straight towards the Witch Hunter warband. So, Witch Hunter turn 1, they move as you can see. He pushes the dog quite aggressively up, so I will have a harder time to try to get to the Lost Prince model. He also put his models with ranged weapon into the choke point between the inn house and the tile roofed house, making it a bit more dangerous to move forward that way. So on my turn, or before my turn, the Lost Prince decides to move even further towards the Witch Hunters. Maybe he thinks the Witch Hunter will take better care of him than the Norse Explorers. I mean, it's debatable, I guess. So my turn 2, I move my models as you can see. Now you can also see where I put my wolves. I move my Ulf Verenar down to the big main road this turn because I think he will be able to do better stuff together with the rest of my warband. So basically I scoot them all over so his ranged guys can't shoot at something too important. I leave my hunters and a marauder though, in case he decides to move up instead, and also to shoot at him a bit. My berserker keeps moving forward to maybe do a surprise attack later in the game on this side. My shooting does nothing, and on the Witch Hunter turn he basically stays back with most of his models, as you will see in the next picture, but I forgot to take another picture of his movement phase, but in the shooting phase he stuns my marauder with one shot from his Witch Hunters on the top of this picture, and then he open fires with the other one, putting one of my hunters out of action. Ouch. So this is after my movement, turn 3. But as you can see, uh, in his turn he charged his warhounds aggressively at my models, hoping to knock them out or stun them or something, or maybe even kill them. No such luck though. Basically, he had a combat with one of my spear-wielding marauders, and basically I did nothing to him and he did nothing to me. And then against one of my bondsmen, I even managed to knock his dog down. So maybe he played a bit too aggressively with his warhound. Also, you can see the trail prince or the lost prince in the middle. Apparently, he wants nothing to do with the witch hunters anymore. Now, when they shown they are the aggressive ones, I guess. Open fire on and shooting stuff and sending dogs. So this time around he runs towards my lines. Maybe more like he's trying to get away from both of the warbands. So after my movement, I counter charge with my other bondsman into the wolf that's knocked down, and wolf Renar helps the marauder with spear and shield. I also put my jarl behind the rubble to make it harder for him to shoot at him if he's the only viable target to shoot at next turn. I put my remaining hunter behind the house so you can see the opponent, but the opponent witch hunters by the tree, but giving himself a bit of cover. And my marauder with spear in the middle is only knocked down this turn. You can see my wolves. I move them very aggressively, so they will have many options next. Maybe go for the ranged support, or if needed, they can also charge one of the or two of the guys in his main battle line. My berserker keeps moving up, as you can see. He's still hiding behind the house and can't be seen by the witch hunters, so he can't be shot at. Then in my shooting phase I managed to stun one of his witch hunters with my arrow. That's pretty nice. That means the next turn I can really put some pressure on these two guys. In the combat phase I make short work of the warhounds. So witch hunter turn 3, he realizes a mistake and decides to barricade himself in the inn a bit. He also pushes one of his zealots towards the lost prince, but decides not to capture him, and he's hoping for a good random roll instead the next turn, so that the prince moves towards him and not towards me. His shooting doesn't do much, so my turn, disaster happened. So basically the lost prince runs 6 inches towards my line, and one of my spear-wielding marauders decides, hey, come with me, and I start walking towards my table age. My Ulfverenar and one of my bondsmen charge the zealot outside the house, and my marauder recovers, and my hunter moves up. Up by the all tree, I move like this, since one of his witch hunters was stunned last time. He recovered and can't shoot, so I really push both my wolves and my berserker up, making the standing witch hunters shot for the next turn be really important, or basically they are pretty dead. But then in the combat phase, my Ulfverenar and my bondsman fails to even knock a zealot down. I mean, the Ulfverenar has weapon skill 4 with 2 attacks, strength 4, and the bondsman has 1 strength 5 attack. So that could really spell disaster for me in the next turn. So because of that, in the Witch Hunter turn, he basically tells all his men that had moved, or at least most of them, to make a last hurrah charge and charge my line of bondsmen and Ulfverenar. He puts his Witch Hunter with a brace of pistol in range to open fire on my Jarl. In the combat phase, he puts my bondsman out of action and also does 1 wound to my Ulfverenar, and this turn I'm still not able to do a single wound or knockdown or anything on any of his models. So my turn 5, I charge with as many models as I can. I charge my marauder with spear into his zealot, and my Jarl charges his lone zealot that fought his way out of combat last turn. So my hunter moves up a bit, so he can maybe shot something also next turn. Yeah, up here I charge both my wolves and my berserker into his 2 witch hunters that wasn't able to do anything in the shooting phase in his last turn. So that will probably go my way, at least. And yes, so after combat I stun one of the witch hunter and I put the other one out of action. And this time around the Norse Explorers decides playtime is over, so I kill both of his zealots this turn, and he fails to do anything to me. So Witch Hunter turn 5 is basically only fighting left. So in this combat I get a wound through and kills the now knocked down Witch Hunter. And in this combat I managed to kill his flaglant with a great weapon. His Witch Hunter captain fails to do anything to my Ulf and he charges his remaining two models at my Jarl, but I decide manage to do anything this turn. So Norse turn 6. So I could have escorted the prince off the board this turn, but I decided that more glory was to be had. Basically, I wanted to slay every last witch hunter on this table. But I mean, this is pretty risky. He has he have of course passed his route test a couple of times, but if he managed to kill one more model, I believe, and he still has a model left on the table, I have to take a route test of my own, and if I fail it, it will be pretty funny. So I bring as many models as I can towards the fight in the just for fun. But in the combat phase, I slay every last single witch hunter. So the game ended like that. This scenario is pretty interesting. Unfortunately for the witch hunter, their shooting attacks wasn't really able to do much this game. So except for killing one of my guys and stunning another, his shooting failed pretty badly, and that's probably why I was able to do so well, because my guys basically have zero armor, and if it comes down to close combat, I have him beat in pretty much every stat that matters. So still a pretty fun game, and I wonder how this scenario would work if you played more than two people. I believe it would probably come down to trying to assassinate the Lost Prince, probably. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. I still have a couple more battle reports that I want to put up, if you're interested. But until next time, bye.